Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. Welcome to the Cricket Happenings show with your host Ram. Uh, yesterday I was talking to you on the cricket show, and I was telling you that England are had a firm grip on this particular Test match. I have to say, with one India were trailing by 134 runs with Dhruv Jurel and Kuldeep Yadav at the crease, what a transformation! Dhruv Jurel very unfortunately showing great maturity with the bat, and very unfortunately not being able to make his maiden test done. And He has been super impressive. He was out for 90, which was sad, but he played superbly. And Kuldeep Yadav is really showing some very, very good batsmanship. He's improving as a batsman. He's probably learning, and he has decided that he has to add more value to his utility to the team, and that is good to know. Well, I have to say that things have been totally transformed by this partnership. India definitely did a good job in reaching 3-3, but the best job that happened because they whittled down the lead. Ravichandran Ashwin, the great bowler, not only Ravichandran Ashwin was leading the spin pack, which was with Jadeja and Kuldeep Yadav. A 5-wicket bag for Ravichandran Ashwin, his 35th 5-wicket haul in Test cricket. He has equaled Anil Kumble's record, the most by an Indian wickets, I suppose. So that's really a wonderful achievement. And now he's just one shy of Shane Warne's record of, I think, Richard Hadlee, the former great New Zealand bowler, Richard Hadley's record of 36 5-wicket hauls, and the late spin legend, Shane Warne, who had 37 5-wicket hauls. So he's very close to that. But what Ashwin has done is definitely given India a chance, as Ashwin really bowled superbly on this particular wicket. But one thing one has to see, the other day the ball was only shooting, but again today the cracks had opened up. The ball had started turning as well. So it's not an easy pitch to bat on. So credit to Jurel for the batting, for batting in the way he did. And as I said, the Indian spinners have done a great job and have given themselves a chance. As I said, it was a day of transformation for India, as the Englishmen were bowled out for 145, with Ashwin taking 5 wickets, and India at close of play, the openers, both unconquered, were 40 for none, with 192 runs the target for India. India were placed at 40 for none, 152 runs still to get on the 4th day of the Test match. So definitely, one can't say that India definitely has it in the bag, but definitely they are in with a real chance now. I mean, there was a time yesterday when I talked to you, I said India probably would have no chance. England had a firm grip, but with England being bowled out for 145, it has really opened the door for India. So that is something that I'll be talking about, and then we'll look at the T20 series, which came to a conclusion between New Zealand and Australia, the Trans-Tasman neighbours, as the Aussies clinched up New Zealand in the T20 series 3-0. I'll talk about that as well. But let's first head on to the third day's play in the Test match between India and England at Ranchi. And now again, I'm going to tell you the story here. Dhruv Jurel was there with 30, and Kuldeep Yadav was keeping company. What a partnership! I mean, that was really very well done by these two batsmen. As I said, Dhruv Jurel he showed a very mature approach at the crease. Really decided to bide his time. As I said, the ball was shooting. I mean, sometimes the ball was shooting, sometimes the ball was even with some uneven bounce. And Kuldeep Yadav, I thought Kuldeep Yadav also played a very, very good role. What a partnership! And that is the precise reason India could reach 307. And Dhruv Jurel, I mean, he came down the wicket. I mean, he decided to play not second fiddle, but he was making sure that he was actually farming the strike, and he was doing a good job. But once he saw Kuldeep Yadav, his partner, after offering door resistance, clean ball by Anderson for 28, he decided that he is going to show his IPL game, and he started slamming sixes. And all the boundaries that Jurel hit was in the V. He was he was pretty straight with the bat, and he started hitting a lot of boundaries. And then once Kuldeep Yadav was gone, it was sixes. He was coming down the wicket and deposited Shoaib Bashir into the pavilion, and then he started going after Hartley, and he really played a wonderful game. I mean, so mature approach once he was with the tailenders. Akash Deep also didn't disappoint by hitting a massive six of the bowling of Shoaib Bashir, Siraj, but Dhruv Jurel, after making 90 and helping India to 307, was a victim of a good delivery from Hartley, and he was clean bowled. I mean, Jurel, as I said, very. I mean, if you look at it, one feels very sorry for Dhruv Jurel that he actually missed upon a golden opportunity to hit a century here. He would definitely, but what a start for Dhruv Jurel in his Test career. I mean, he has already showed his glove work, but now here he comes, and we all know that he was an impact player in the Indian Premier League, but here he was really making an impact in this particular Test match with that partnership with Kuldeep Yadav. 307 was the, and as I said, 307. So definitely the lead was definitely whittled down. So that was a good job by the Indians with the lead only 46 runs to the good for England. As far as the bowling was concerned, if you look at the let's look at the bowling card for the Indians. Not for the Englishmen. Shoaib Bashir went on to pick up a fifer, 519, 2 wickets to Anderson, 3 to Tom Hartley. And as far as England is concerned, England in their second knock were, barring Zach Crawley, who once again entertained with a knock of 60 with 7 boundaries, and to a certain extent, Johnny Barristow, who played a loose shot against Jadeja to be out for 30. But England were wound up for 145, and what a spin effort! The spin pack was led by none other than the maestro, the Indian spinning maestro, Ravi Chandran Ashwin. 15.5 overs, no maidens, 51 runs and 5 wickets. He tested the outside and inside edges of the Englishman's bats. If you look at the dismissals there, he really tested them. He sent Ollie Pope packing into the pavilion for a king pair, one could call, because he was out to the very first ball, I reckon, in the first match that was against Akash Deep, who got him LBW, and here was Ashwin getting him LBW, and that was a huge wicket for India. Zach and Ben Duckett was the first victim caught by Khan of the bowling of Ashwin, Sarfraz Khan, taking the catch. And Ashwin's, that was the first wicket for Ashwin, as it was a defensive prod by Ben Duckett, and the ball, he was actually playing around his front pad, but this ball never turned, and the inner edge was snapped up at short leg by Sarfraz Khan. Ollie Pope, as I said, a beautiful delivery from Ashwin, and he always required a great delivery to bowl to get the wicket of a great batsman like Pope. This one again, it fooled, as the ball definitely did not turn, hit the outside edge, and that was it. It hit it hit the pads, and Ashwin had sent Ollie Pope on a king pair in this Test match. Joe Root, the Centurion, was also a victim of Ashwin. This was reviewed. This was again, as I said, he was testing the inside and outside edges of the Englishman's bats, and that's what precisely did the trick. It was Ashwin once again getting the prize wicket of Joe Root, LBW, for 11. Johnny Barrister, as I said, he was along with Crawley and trying to get England out of this situation at 65 for three. But then after tea, he played a very loose shot to of the bowling of Jadeja to Patidar. He was gone for 30, and Zach Crawley contributed, as I said, was the highest scorer with 60 with 7 boundaries. He was victim of Kuldeep Yadav. He was clean bowled. That was an absolute ripper from Kuldeep Yadav. Zach Crawley went on to the back foot, and he was probably beaten by the amount of turn generated by the spinner Kuldeep Yadav. And after that, Ben Stokes, that was a real shooter. That really, this was just the nature of the pitch. That this wonderful all-rounder like Ben and captain Ben Stokes had to really, he was basically laughing when he lost his wicket because nothing could be done because Ben Stokes was trapped at the crease and the ball just kept low. And between that, it went and dislodged the bails, and that was the end of Ben Stokes. So it was a real procession for England. Ben Foakes was cotton bowled Ashwin for 17. Hartley lost his wicket to Kuldeep for 7. Ollie Robinson was out for a duck. Bashir was not out, one Anderson gone. And as I said, Ashwin picking up. As I said, he went past Anil Kumble, who has taken 35 5-wicket hauls. He went past him, and now he has 35 5-wicket hauls. As I said, he's one shy of the great New Zealand bowler Richard Hadlee. He's two shy of the late spin maestro Shane Warne. And if Ravichandran Ashwin maybe there's only one more test match to come, and maybe in the next test series when Ashwin plays, if he's able to do it, he would probably go down as one of, we know he's a great bowler. He will go down as one of the living legends after Muthaiya Muralitharan in the ranking as far as spinners are concerned when it comes to the number of wickets. So it's a great achievement to have, no doubt about it. And Ashwin, as you know, what a quality bowler he is. And Kuldeep Yadav, complimenting him magnificently. 15 overs, 2 maidens, 22 runs and 4 wickets. 1 for 56 for Ravindra Jadeja. And that was it. And as I said, there was a great effort by the Indian spinners. And as I said, the ball was turning, but certain balls didn't turn at all, which probably took the English batsmen by surprise. And as far as the nature of the pitch was concerned, as I said, the cracks are developing and the ball is really, really keeping low. It is just shooting through. So it's not easy, but India... let me talk. But one thing I would like to question here. Mohammad Siraj bowled 3 overs. And looking at the way Akashdeep bowled in the first innings, I was a bit surprised that even though India did a good job, time is not a constraint. We are only into the 3rd day. We are getting into the 4th day. So Akashdeep not being given the ball, it was a bit of a surprise for me. Probably, Rohit Sharma could have probably tried a couple of overs with Akashdeep because, Mohammad Siraj is bowled. So I think Akashdeep, especially considering that he picked up the wickets, one does not know what is the reason, if there was any fitness issues with Akashdeep. But barring if Akashdeep was fit and he has not been given the cherry, it is something which for me it is looking a bit odd as to why Akashdeep was not given a trundle at all, especially considering that he did immense damage in the first innings of the England. So India, but India, they had 8 overs to face, with Ben Stokes also following the same formula as the captain Rohit Sharma decided to bring in only the spinners, and as stumps were drawn for the day, India were 40 for none. Rohit Sharma was not out on 24 with 4 boundaries. Yashasvi Jaiswal, the run machine, not out on 16 to see another day. And looking at it, as I said, 192 the target. India has another 152 runs still to get to actually wrap up the series. So basically, giving England no chance, to square the series, it would be 3-1. So definitely India, definitely, I think it is looking very ripe right now as far as an Indian victory is concerned. But looking at the pitch, and it is very easy to say, but that I have to put just an element of doubt there, because the ball is keeping low, and that is going to be the challenge. So, or probably we are going to see the pitch deteriorating still further. Then it is still going to be a tougher assignment for India. But looking at it, India definitely in with a chance here. So that is, with that, I would like to end up this brief report of India versus England, and then I pass on the baton now to the New Zealand versus Australia, the final T20 that took place at Eden Park in Auckland. And Australia, as I said, they swept the T20 series. This was a rain truncated T20, but Australia lifted the Chappell Hadlee trophy in this three-match T20 series, and they wiped off New Zealand 3-0. So this is some immense confidence for Australia going into the T20 World Cup, because they're not going to play any T20 matches, I reckon, before getting into the T20 World Cup in the month of June. So let's have a look at the card there. Australians were the ones who batted first, and as I said that there were frequent rain interruptions, and Australia finally, they had to, the innings has to, the umpires had to decide that after 10.4 overs, 118 for 4 was the target given to New Zealand. 118 for 4 by Australia, which comprised of Travis Head at the top, making 33 of 30. That was 5 fours, 1 6. Stephen Smith missed out. He was gone for 4. Matthew Short really played a whirlwind innings. I mean, 11, he bashed 27 runs of 11 balls, and he hit some mighty sixes. Today, if you look at it, the New Zealand bowling attack, I would like to say a few words about the New Zealand bowling attack. The New Zealand bowling attack was really looking like a real hunting pace pack. And the reason I say that, because Adam Min, Ben Sears, and Trent Bolt were all hitting I think it was Lockie Ferguson. No, Lockie Ferguson did not play in this match, but definitely Adam Min and Ben Sears were hitting the 140 mark. So that was good to see. And Matthew Short, as I said, it was a whirlwind innings from him, 27 of 11 deliveries. In fact, he was the man of the match as well, because also did a good job with the ball. Glenn Maxwell made 20. And finally, Josh Inglis not out 14, David not out 8, 118 for 4 on the board for the Aussies. Trent Bolt, none for 2 overs for 24. Adam Min, 2 over 1 for 20, 1 for 22 for Ben Sears. East Sodhi was costly, 1.4 overs for 22, 1 for 16, Mitchell Santner, and Clarkson bowled a solitary over for 8 runs. For New Zealand, the revised target in the Duckworth-Lewis method was 126 runs to get off their 10 overs. And the New Zealand, as far as Finn Allen was concerned, the hope was there. But when Finn Allen was a victim after making 13 runs with 1-4, it was all over. Will Young making 14, and Tim Seifert 2. Even though the boundaries were short, I thought the New Zealanders could not, but I think the credit to the Aussie bowling as well. In the end, New Zealand finishing with 98 for 3. Phillips not out 40 of 24, 5 fours, 2 sixes. Chapman not out 17, but to no avail, as the Aussies clean swept the Kiwis T20 series 3-0, and especially in their own backyard, in New Zealand's backyard, thus retaining the Chappell Hadlee trophy. Looking at the bowling figures, Mitchell Starc 2 was on for 15. Matthew Short was costly, but he took 1 for 33. But Spencer Johnson, what a spell! I mean, he's tall, left arm, and the way he was hurling the ball at speeds of 140 and above, and one of the ball that he bowled really took off. I mean, it pitched, it bounced, and just went past the face of the batsman. So he was really, really terrific bowling from Spencer Johnson. And Spencer Johnson is someone that Australia is going to invest for in the long run, no doubt about it. What a bowler, Spencer Johnson. Definitely excited to see this pace bowler come up and fire on all cylinders, because he's tall. He has a nice build as well for a pace bowler. Holds the ball at some good speed, and he's really. I think the way he bowled yesterday, it was very difficult for the New Zealanders to really get him off the square. 1 for 10 for him. Zampa did a good job try to spinning the ball away from the batsman and kept them quiet. 1 for 20. Nathan Ali's 2 overs, none for 11, and that was the match, and everything was over. As I said, the Aussies going on and clean sweeping New Zealand in the T20 series 3-0 over here at Eden Park in Auckland. With this being said, I conclude the Cricket Happening show for today by telling you that next week, again on Saturday, I will be back with my Cricket Happening show. So definitely, I won't be able to dwell on the match today. As you know, there is no Cricket Happening show on a weekday. It's only a weekly Cricket Happening show, a weekend Cricket Happening show, unfortunately. So definitely looking forward. If at all, I can't promise you. Probably if at all I manage to find some time, I might be there to probably talk a few things. But other than that, you can always keep an eye on my Facebook page, on my Twitter page, and my cricket website, www.cricket-status.com. And always my Twitter and Facebook are the places where normally I am much active by putting in some comments of mine on cricket. Well, dear fans, subscribers, an absolute pleasure bringing you this cricket show, and I will see you next weekend. Thank you.